Hey guys, Nick Kern here, former UCLA professional baseball player here at RBI, Australia. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about bunting and some of the technique that goes into it. From my experience, and we did a lot of bunting at UCLA, one of the biggest mistakes you can make bunting is just kind of standing with this bat very free and more or less away from your face, which is a lot of times people very hesitantly just kind of want to toss the bat out there. The best bunters I see are always in more or less an athletic position, right? So it's not so much as you would have seen maybe in the past as they kind of square you up like this, you're going up and down. It's not as athletic and as adjustable. We want to be able to handle the whole zone. So instead, more or less start in your batting stance. You have to get there from there anyway. And then we just kind of want you kind of be able to move from there. Okay, so I leave that back foot even. I open up this front foot. I'm going to be real athletic and able to go up and down my legs there, okay? That's going to give me my best chance to be able to adapt kind of everywhere. I should be pretty stable there. You're going to push on me, I'm pretty rock solid, okay? And that's going to give me a good chance to control my body and move it where need be, kind of in every direction, okay? That gives you the plate coverage you're going to need just from your body. Now, I think probably even more important than that, the thing that most people need to focus on to be able to successfully bunt is going to be where you're going to hold the bat. Now, obviously you're going to move this hand about halfway up, and I move this bottom hand at least a couple inches up off the bat. That gives me good control of the bat, holding it, basically have the thumb up position and going here, not grabbing it, or you have your fingers blown up. You're in this position. Now, here is the most important part. It's going to be having this bat just below the level of your eyes, and about kind of as close to that level as your eyes as you can, where you're just seeing over the bat, but not too low. Because here, that ball's coming, and I'm just kind of doing a guessing game for hitting the bat. You put that thing up by your head, and I promise you'll defend yourself, and you will not let that ball hit you in the face. Instead, you make sure you get that bunt down. So usually with something here, and this is going to be right up by my head. And then wherever this ball comes, I take my head and the bat to it. So maybe an up and in pitch, low and in, and then maybe an outer half pitch I can lean over and lean with it. And I'm going to get to that height, right? So up or even down, I'm going to get my head right in the action, okay? So that low pitch, it's not going to look like this. As soon as you're moving this away from your head, we're in trouble. If I'm here, that one's low, I'm going to get real athletic, real low, and put it down. And that's how I control all the bunts, to be able to put them exactly where I want. Now, the thing you hear a lot of times on if it's a ball or a strike, look, if I can't squat down and get there, that thing's a ball. And if I have to go up originally, that thing's above the strike zone, that's a ball too. So you start at the top of the zone, and then you're able to drop down an athletic squat and put the balls where you need to put them. As far as what direction you want the balls to go, usually runner on first, you're going to bunt it to that first base side. Runner on second, you're going to bunt it to the third base side. Has to do with where the defense is, what they have to do, where the hole's going to be. More or less, you're trying to put it in a spot where a player can't crash in. You're going to probably get it in the hands of the pitcher. As far as for sacrifice bunting, which is most of what we're talking about here, one of the big things is just that you get the bunt down. So it has, as far as hitting it to the exact spot, as far as angle to the field, third base, middle, first base side, it's actually a little bit less important than it is that the ball comes off the bat going down. Now the reason for that is probably twofold. One, off the bat, if it comes and goes straight down, that ground's going to deaden that butt, and it's going to make sure it doesn't go too far. So even if you have the right angle, if you hit a line drive like that, that ball is going to go pretty quick to get barrel on it. Instead, if it goes down, that ground's going to deaden the ball. It'll end up in a nice spot. More so than that, though, if you look at it from a base running standpoint, the base runner can only start to advance once he knows that A, you've bunted the ball, and B, it's not going to get caught. Because we've seen the bunt, or the guy pops it up and bunts a line drive, and a position player or pitcher is able to catch it. So as a base runner, you're shuffle, you're seeing, trying to look for that bunt down, and that's the key part. You're looking for that bunt down. So as soon as you see off the bat, the ball's going downward as a base runner, I know I'm off to the races. So now as a base runner, I can get a good jump. So that's why it's hugely important that as a bunter, you get that bunt down. Even though it might not end up in a perfect zone, your base runner is going to go get a good enough read that he'll make it to the next base and advance, and you'll do your job moving the runner out.